Oh my goodness. It's gone. It was a large one too.
He waited until you were distracted.
Exactly, exactly. It took the thing. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll tie another bug on here and try to catch him this afternoon.
It's Kara Dixon, and today we are in Pungo with Delegate Barry Knight. Now, can you tell me what you're rerunning for?
I'm running for the 81st District General Assembly, Virginia House of Delegates. Well, the 81st District is just tremendously unique. When you get south of Pungo, we have Southern heritage down here. We have neighbors looking out for each other, and our neighbors are our friends. And when my friends said that they would like for me to run 11 years ago, and it was a decision I had to think about, but then when I knew about the history of the General Assembly, I said yes. And then my neighbors all got behind me. I got elected. My neighbors sometimes have issues that I help them with, and I just get a tremendous amount of satisfaction helping my neighbors. I dug this pond years ago, just specifically for my boys to come out here and go fishing. And we actually, in the evenings when I get home and do some book work, or I've been messing with the farm, and just kind of come out here in the evening and relax a little bit. Virginia Beach and Chesapeake are two wonderful cities, and we've got our, let's call it urban areas, if you will, or maybe suburban areas, but we've got a quality of life down here that is probably like anything in the United States. And I mean, it is just family down here, and it's always the people. But we've got the natural resources with Falls Cape State Park, Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge. I sold my farm here to the Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge. They've planted wildflowers here, so we've got open space, we've got neighbors, but more, we've got a community down here, and that's something that I want to work as hard as I can to protect. There you go. We've given lessons today. That's it. Years, not as good as I should be, but I'll try to get it where I don't get the popping bug in your ear.
What is the biggest issue the Commonwealth is facing right now?
It's always budgetary. I sit on the Appropriations Committee. We've got a biennial budget of about $117 billion. We have to fund education. We have to get teachers' salaries up. And for the first year ever, we froze college tuitions with a contribution we made. So we've got mental health issues, but education is one of the main issues, and of course transportation also.
If re-elected, what do you hope to accomplish this time?
What I hope to accomplish is to increase teachers' salaries to make us more in parity with the national average. So I'm going to up teacher salaries. I'm going to try to make a contribution again to the colleges to freeze college tuition, and we're also going to try to do some more workforce development, because everybody doesn't need to go to college, and we've got shipyards around here that need trained employees in trades.
What can residents do personally to improve Virginia?
Well, I have so many people come to me with issues that never crossed my mind. And like when we had the report that y'all did a couple of years ago about the lady that her spouse died when he got killed in action, but there was a little loophole in there. He didn't get killed in action, he got killed en route to a field hospital, so he wasn't killed on the battlefield. Well, that's a nuance in the law that nobody ever saw. So someone brought it to me. In fact, y'all actually brought it to me, Chris Horn did, and I said, well, doggone, that's an idea that I never considered. I will change the law. So I encourage constituents and residents of Virginia, anytime they see something they think needs to be tweaked, please come to us and we'll look at it, and if we think it's something that is valid, we will absolutely change it, because don't ever forget, I work for you.
Now the personal questions. What's your favorite home cooked meal?
Oh gosh, probably pork chops and gravy.
And who cooks?
My wife.
Good answer. Second question, when you're growing up, what did you think you wanted to be, or what?
kind of always thought I wanted to be a farmer because of my family history of being here for 400 years, and I was 3 generations removed from the farm, but most of my family had been farmers, and I just like the open space, I like equipment, and I just like tilling the soil and raising livestock. So I'm kind of living the American dream.
Yeah. All right, and last question, if you could meet anyone in history, who would it be and why?
Oh, I'd probably want to meet George Washington, because the vision that he had to lead the country when we could have been a monarchy and that's all we knew, and he wanted a republic, and he decided to let it be a representative form of government. And then of course he led us in the revolution, and our founding fathers were they evidently had the hand of God on them, because I don't know how in the world they could put laws into effect that have lasted over 250 years with very few tweaks to them. My grandfather, 13 back, his name was Thomas Savage. He was a 13-year-old cabin boy. He got here on the 2nd set of ships, and he was on the John and the Francis. His captain was Christopher Newport. Wow. And then they traded him to the Indians to learn their culture and stuff when they took an Indian back to England to show the Queen what a Native American looked like. Hanging around here for a long time. I guess my thought is, you know, we like Virginia so good that we got here 400 years ago or over, and we just never left. Yeah. And I've been on a few trips, motorcycle trips on my Harley, and I've been to a few places, and I've never found any place I like as good as home. First campaign I had, I ran against a high-profile person. He was actually the sheriff of Virginia Beach, and the paper didn't give me much credence. They said they gave him about 3 paragraphs. They gave me 1 sentence and said, "Oh yes, I'm Barry Knight, a pig farmer from Pungo." But the pig farmer from Pungo prevailed, and I've been there 11 years, and I really enjoy representing my friends.